What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Rudy Ortiz, SoCal Epoxy Pools. Hope all of you are doing well. Coming to you today from the lovely city of Los Angeles. That's right, we are in South Central LA, home of Ice Cube, home of many hip hop artists in today's music industry, home of the LA Lakers, Coliseum, the USC Trojans, the Clippers, LA Rams, and LA Chargers. So today we're gonna break down a video, a little quick tip, do-it-yourself video that's gonna break down the items that we actually use and how we apply the initial top primer coat, which is one of the main ingredients whenever you decide to paint your swimming pool with epoxy pool paint. So this video here is going to be entitled Rough Prime, which is again a product that I use directly from Leslie's Pool Supplies. It is a great product by the Duracell Ultra Seal brand, and it is called Rough Prime Primer, which is basically the first coat that you use to apply when you're restoring your swimming pool with epoxy pool paint. So make sure you guys go out and get that. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. This is Rough Primer. Let's prime it when you're dealing with epoxy pool paint.
Having uploaded previous videos of epoxy pool paint, I thought I'd focus on just the epoxy primer application, as it is one of the most, if not the most important part of the swimming pool restoration with epoxy. So I thought I'd break it down for you guys and actually show you guys the tools that I use, how I go about it, and the weather conditions that I feel are most effective whenever you do decide to apply this epoxy primer prior to applying the epoxy pool paint. Again, I can't stress enough how many times I've said it. If you're going to paint with epoxy and you're going to paint your pool, make sure you get yourself a gallon or whatever gallons you need of epoxy primer. Epoxy primer is the foundation of your epoxy pool paint, and if you don't apply the primer, chances are your epoxy pool paint won't last very long. So with this particular swimming pool, the previous application had been applied with acrylic pool paint, which was the norm prior to the epoxy boom that we've recently encountered. Aside from replastering your swimming pool, basically acrylic paint was the only way to go, which was good for a while, but unfortunately the color and the duration of it didn't last very long. Top maybe 1 or 2 years of color, and then it would fade off and then start peeling. So epoxy came along and definitely changed the way we apply pool paint. In this particular one here, as you can see, I had already gone and prepared the pool for the initial primer coat by acid washing the swimming pool and making sure that I taped all the areas around. So let's go ahead and break down the items that you're going to be needing whenever you apply this epoxy primer. First of all, you want to make sure you have yourself a drill driver along with a mixing rod to be able to mix in the part A and part B components that come with this epoxy primer. You also want to make sure that you have yourself an extension pole to be able to attach to the rolling cages that you use to reach those areas. And you also want to make sure you have yourself enough fabs. Typically I use the 9-inch 1.5-inch thick fab from Worcester. However, there are other brands out there as well. You want to make sure you have yourself a paintbrush to be able to apply this stuff into those crevices that are hard to reach with the roller. have some shop towels available or on hand, as this stuff gets to be sticky, and you want to make sure you have yourself a pair of gloves to avoid getting your hands all mixed in to this rough prime primer. Make sure you have all your rough prime that you will be using set aside, or actually have it nearby where you can reach it, so where you don't have to be getting out of the pool, and so it's not far from reach. That is the epoxy part, and that is the primer part. So do this guy right in there. So after you've poured the A part and B part into the gallon, or after you've poured the catalyst into the primer, you want to make sure you give it a good stir with the mixing rod, and make sure that you blend in both the catalyst along with the epoxy primer. Usually I maybe mix it in for about 3 to 5 minutes. You should be okay. And the way you can tell that this stuff is done is the catalyst part is like a brown caramel color, and obviously the primer is white. So when you pour it into the when you pour the catalyst into the primer, and you start mixing the rod in, you'll start seeing the swirls kind of disappear. And basically the way you can tell is when you have a full-on white epoxy primer mix. So basically when you don't see that brown stuff anymore, that's usually when you have it all set and ready, and that's when you'll know that it's completely mixed, and you can go ahead and pour it on. Also, you want to make sure you clear up any debris or any dust that you may have on the foundation prior to applying this epoxy primer. Remember, this is a primer that's going to be coated prior to your top coat. So if you're looking for a flush, clean top coat finish, you want to make sure you remove any debris. You can either vacuum it out or broom it out, but just try to get as much as you can as far as the dust or any debris that may have fallen, and will tend to be highly visible if you decide to paint and primer over it. A solid, clean foundation is what will give you the overall best results, and just keep in mind that 95% of the work you do is based off of preparation. So the cleaner foundation that you have, the overall best results you're going to get when you apply the top coat as well as the epoxy primer. Well, as you noted on the previous clip, I use a paintbrush to roll on the primer in those areas that are either curved or hard to reach. And then I go ahead and grab my my roller to apply this epoxy primer. Again, typically I use a 9-inch, 1.5-inch thick nab roller, so that I can apply this stuff on very thick, and so that way I can have a roller that holds a lot of primer as I'm applying it. This is the one that I feel that gives me the best results, so I can cover a lot of that primer onto the specific areas where I apply it. Here you see me applying it, and again, going on there very thick, but definitely covers most of the pre-existing paint that was had already been acid washed or had already been cleansed out. So again, make sure you acid wash your pool before you do anything, and make sure that it's nice and clean before you apply any of the primer. And so here you see the finished product of the primer. And again, this is, I believe I used 5 gallons of the epoxy pool primer to be able to cover the whole pool. You'll see it in a second here. Well, yeah, basically it covered most of the pool. And again, the best time to do this, or the best time to apply this primer, would either be early in the mornings, or if not, later in the afternoons. But try to stay away from the hot sun or the middle of the day, just because this stuff gets really sticky, and so it'll start curing pretty fast, and so you don't want to end up having to end up with no primer, or having to go back and look for another gallon of primer, having to spend more money or whatnot. So again, in a cooler setting is probably the best scenario for you. so that way you can apply it correctly and get the most out of your gallon of epoxy primer. So here's the end result. This is what the pool looked like when it was completely finished. And this is the Ultra Seal Duraseal brand Blue Haven color from Leslie's Pool Supply. And this was after we added the initial primer coat that we just discussed. And yeah, this is what the pool ended up looking like. Very nice, flush, even coating of the epoxy pool paint products and also the primer. And this pool here, believe it or not, it was an older pool. It's a cement concrete plaster pool that was built in like the 1910 or 1920 era. So if you have an old pool that you think you can't restore or you can't resurface, or if you have an old pool that is all worn out and discolored, and you think, well, I'm gonna have to go spend 30-40 grand to get this pool remodeled or redone, replastered, you might want to consider going the epoxy way. Again, this is a new modern way of finishing your swimming pool. Epoxy is pretty much everywhere nowadays. You see it in garage floorings, you see it in countertops, you see it pretty much everywhere. And of course, you're seeing it here on a swimming pool with epoxy pool paint and epoxy pool paint primer. So again, this is the Duraseal Ultra Seal brand. If you guys are looking to get more do-it-yourself tips on how-tos on how to apply this epoxy pool paint and pool paint primer products, make sure you tune into my channel. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, as I do have other videos that I'm currently working on and will be uploading pretty soon. And yeah, so hope you guys find this video helpful whenever you guys are thinking of restoring or resurfacing your swimming pool with epoxy pool paint products. And make sure you subscribe to the channel and or leave your comments on the description below. Questions as well, I will be more than happy to answer them for you. And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you guys for all the support. I appreciate all the views. And so with all that out of the way, I'll leave you guys with some classic old school South Central LA music.
The wondrous world of that's not